One point I like to stress, I said it in my previous intervention but was picked up once again, is one community cannot be the victim of vacating the spectrum in favour of other communities. There should be a balanced approach. The framework allows for it. The framework allows for it. Also in Europe, the framework allows that the proceedings of an auction can be used to partially compensate the moving of a particular community. So there cannot be a community bearing the cost for other communities. And that is probably a point we will like to reflect and probably pick up if RSPG will agree in our opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mike Byrne.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm just conscious of time, so I'll be very brief. I just want to add one point, if I could, in relation to the earlier point that I made in relation to consistency and certainty. And that is also to reflect on the importance of innovation and the role that radio spectrum and how radio spectrum is used can play in innovation. Today we are already seeing, and this was mentioned yesterday in both of the workshops, the benefits of flexibility offered by cognitive technologies, and it was a theme that was referred back to again this morning, and also of the impact, the positive impact for consumers of advanced compression standards in broadcasting. There are but two areas of innovation. There are many, many more that were mentioned yesterday as well, such as in relation to cloud computing, and how the impact of that, how a positive impact of that innovation and the role that it can play, the positive role it can play in both social, educational and the economic well-being of the EU. But I just want to make the point briefly that consistency and certainty allied to a positive outlook on innovation for radio spectrum can have a very significant impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we have had very interesting contributions to the debate today. Very interesting keynote speeches by Minister of State, Mr. Francisco Ros-Perán, and Commissioner Nelly Cruz. Thank you also to the rapporteurs, Mr. Philippe Devrain and Mr. Mike Byrne, and for the interventions from Mr. Viola, Mr. Van Nistelrooy, and from Minister Vincent van Quickenborn. Thank you for the contributions from the floor. It is quite clear that we are facing hard work to find simultaneous answers to the technical, the economic, the social, the cultural, and the political questions. But let me just tell you a little story. In the 1890s, when the phone was invented, a report in a European country concluded that telephone will have no effect on community because the mail system in the country was much more competitive. At the same time, a report in the United States was forecasting huge effects on the society because of the invention of the phone. The report assumed that in year 2000 there would be at least one telephone in every city. Well, in that perspective, I think most of you and your companies and organizations has done a quite good job so far, and I'm confident that we will all continue on that. Thank you for coming here today and yesterday. It was an honor to chair this summit. Thank you, and have a nice trip home.
Excellent.
Thank you.
¿Qué tal, hombre? Un placer. No, pero José Antonio está aquí todavía mañana. No, ya sé. Yo te decía que iba a hacer ahora. Tengo ya. Se ha ido y nada, pues. Igualmente, gracias. Pues bien, por aquí. Hombre, por supuesto.